That's what makes it work.
How much you charge for that? Well, they send you the sneakers and I charge them $400. I stay busy with everything.
So we got to work together to make it great. So I got to listen. It is go time. I hope it's go time for you. Membership or something for you to get in there?
Yeah, you have to.
On in the room. I can't even sing. Come on in the room. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. It's your girl, Vet Green. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. It has been a while since I went live, everybody. But I am here. I am back. And this is another episode of the Vet Green Show. Y'all know I had to come on here and talk about all this mess that's going on in these YouTube streets, y'all. There's a whole bunch of mess going on in these YouTube streets, okay? One of my favorite YouTubers, Funky Dineva, is out here tired, okay? Me and my daughter were having a conversation this morning about it, and it just seems like, I don't know, everybody, like my mess is becoming my message. Can our mess not become our message? Why do people want to hold our feet to the fire when it comes to our past? Can we live? Can I live? Can he live? That's all I'm saying. If we walk around just holding people's feet to the fire based on the things that they have gone through in their life, the challenges that they have faced in their life, right? Have we not all faced challenges? Are we not experiencing a human experience right now? Are we not all experiencing similar issues? Has many people that we know have had financial issues? I don't know. I just don't understand the need to hold someone's feet to the fire for something that they went through years ago. You get what I'm saying? Like years ago, I'm really, as I'm watching this stuff play out, y'all, because y'all know that the new stars are the ones that are on YouTube. Okay. Gone are those days that we just see our stars on television, on the boob tube, as they used to call it when I was growing up. Gone are those days. No, people's eyes are not just on ABC, NBC, CBS. Y'all. They aren't just on Stars and HBO. People's eyes are on YouTube streets. Okay. The people's eyes are in these YouTube streets. This is where the action is really going on. So as I am maneuvering these YouTube streets myself, I am learning so much, y'all. And I'm like, oh my God, like the hate amongst the content creators, y'all, is real. And some of y'all might be like, who are you even talking about? Because some of you may not even know. Some of you may be like, I don't even know who these people are, but I do. And in the next 2-3 years, y'all, I guarantee you are going to know who these people are as well, because the face is changing. The landscape is changing. No longer are the eyes just on the television streets, y'all. The eyes are here. The eyes are on these phones, on YouTube, and streaming apps like Zeus. That's where the eyes are. So where are the stars? If you are watching YouTube and Zeus and things like that, or American New Network, Dame Dash Network, though, that's where the eyes are. So who are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about, hey, Momo, hey, user 70618. We are talking about these YouTube streets and what's going on, Shazada Hoyer. What's going on in these YouTube streets? I don't know if you all have heard, but Funky Dineva, a huge YouTuber out in these YouTube streets, is tired. He said he has had it. You know, this Michelle Brown, and honestly, y'all, I had not even heard of Michelle Brown prior to me watching Funky. You know, Funky Dineva is a show that me and my daughter watch. We love Funky. You know, he's very inspirational. Funky is one of the reasons why I said, you know what, let me jump out on faith and build up Green Links World Entertainment. I talk about it all the time. He's one of the reasons why, because when he left Fox Soul, y'all, when he left that $250,000 on the table and said, you know what, I'm going to bet on me. I said, you know what, Funky, I'm going to bet on me too. And I'm not even close to 250,000, but I trust me. I've built so many businesses. I've helped corporations make money. How about you make you some money, Vet? So that's what Funky Dineva did for me and a lot of other content creators out there. If you are a content creator, then you probably know what I'm talking about, DJ K Love. You probably know what I'm talking about. Because the landscape of this thing is changing, y'all. Gone are those days where we're just watching, the regular, the network stations. That is not where people are watching. That's not what people are watching these days. People are watching YouTube. People are watching Zeus Network. People are streaming. Depending on how old you are, you probably don't even, my kids don't watch television. My kids are in their 30s and 20s. They don't watch TV. So what does that tell me? I have 6 kids. None of them watch TV. What does that tell me? That tells me, oh, this is really changing. Right, Shonda? Right, Sean? It tells me that this is really changing and I need to be able to pivot and turn. And that's exactly what Funky is doing. So I'm in these YouTube streets just reading the comments because, of course, I'm going to go on over to Michelle Brown's page because I have no idea who this lady is. So I'm like, okay, because he's dragging her. He's dragging her. He dragged her. He did that. He dragged her. And I'm like, I have never heard Funky go off like this. I have to find out what he's dragging her for. So I go on over to her YouTube channel and I'm like, oh, so this is what's going on. This is some past stuff that happened that she's holding his feet to. They had issues in the past, like over 5 years ago, y'all. They had issues. Whatever happened in his past, that was his mess. And now it has become his message. That's my thing. Stop holding my feet to the fire for something that I did 10, 15, 20 years ago. I no longer live there. So why are you? That's my question. If I'm no longer living there, why are you? Right? I have no understanding of this. And it aggravates me when people don't allow other people to grow. I want to be able to grow. Right? I want to be able to grow. But I can't grow if you keep holding my feet to the fire. You want to hold me to something that happened 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Like, why are you living there? Is that the only thing you have to talk about? Is the things that I did in my past? Is that because that's how I feel sitting there listening to her on her live, and then she brings in Tasha K, and it's like what they're talking about are things that he's been able to overcome. So help me understand what is really going on here. Is it that they're jealous? Because it seems like that. And then in the comments, they're like, oh, he's still on YouTube. You're darn right he's still on YouTube because that's where the people's eyes are, on YouTube. So again, I'm so confused, Shirley. I'm so confused as to what we really are talking about here. Because if you have not heard, content creation is the new stardom. Content creation is where the stars are moving to. This is why you see the Don Lemons on YouTube. This is why you see Tasha K still on YouTube. She has her own station. She has her own website, yes, but she's still on YouTube for a reason, y'all, because this is where the eyes are. So forgive me for being ignorant, because maybe I'm just lost. Maybe it's just me, Daniel. Maybe I'm just lost. But I think being a YouTuber is a huge thing, especially when you can amass over 400,000 people to follow you, to subscribe to you on your YouTube page. That's huge. Don't downplay that. And I saw people in the comments on Michelle's page downplaying that, like as if Funky had not accomplished something. He did. He accomplished a lot and was able to leave with his dignity, y'all. He was able to leave and demand what he wanted. He can write his own check right now. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that is the goal. I don't know what other people's goal are. And I know that a lot of us, we come with this limited beliefs of who we are. And because we have limited beliefs of who we are, it really portrays our view of the world. And if we can't see it for ourselves, many times, we aren't going to see it for anybody else. So those people out here, talking about he's not going anywhere, he's still on YouTube, honey, he's going somewhere, went somewhere. Some of these people that are in the comments don't even have half of what Funky Dineva has. So y'all, yeah, I'm confused. And I am not going to side with people just to drag somebody down. Like, I don't function like that. I'm going to go for the underdog, of course, because y'all counted me out. Continue to count me out. So I'm going to go for the ones that y'all count out. Greedy. I'm going to go for the ones that y'all count out because y'all, every time you count somebody out, God elevates them. The Most High elevates them. So count them out all you want, but I don't think it means anything. I really don't. Funky, don't let these people deter you, because there's a lot of people out there like myself that's watching and learning from you. That's watching and learning from you, Funky Dineva. Don't you let these trolls, these haters, deter you from what it is that you have been placed on this earth to do. Okay. And I know it's been hard. Lord knows sometimes watching and listening, I get on that. I watch the show for laughs and stuff, but I also get taught. I had a conversation with my own child about Black women. My son is gay, and hearing from my own son, hearing Funky talk about it is one thing, but to have it backed up by my own child, that's like heartbreaking to hear that Black women, I'm a Black woman, we are the ones, y'all, out here doing all of this mess, like keeping up the mess. Like, why? Black women, when did we start becoming enemies to people? Help me understand that. Like, I'm hearing this from my child. Like, a Black woman is my child's biggest enemy. How does that make a person feel to hear that? That made me feel like it, y'all. It made me feel like it. And then to hear Funky saying all of this stuff that's going on, I'm like, man, because he's older than my son. So he has a more lived experience than my child. But it's heartbreaking. So I'm going to always go to bat for the people that y'all try and down, the people that y'all try and tell aren't ever going to be anything, Barbie. You may have been there. Some people may have told you that you will never amount to anything, and try and back that up by reinforcing, the things by telling you, oh, you remember what you used to do in the past. You remember when you got evicted. You remember when you didn't have 2 pennies to rub together, that type of stuff. Y'all, when I tell you we need a do-over with this human existence thing, we really do. Y'all need to, y'all, I don't know, between the election and January 6th, it seems like humanity has been lost. I don't know. Like, we are really not thinking from a human standpoint. This social media thing has really got y'all internet thugs out here really not realizing that there's a human behind the screen. There's a human behind it, and y'all just feel free to just throw any type of mess out there. Any type of mess. Moving on, talking about Kanye. I don't even, prior to the mess that Kanye put up with Beyonce and Jay-Z's kids, I was like, he's probably going through some things, but Kanye, I can't even support you anymore. I don't even want to hear your music. He put out an album called Bully. Y'all, I have to draw the line when it comes to kids. And that rhetoric that he put out there about Beyonce and Jay-Z's kids was just uncalled for. I don't care what type of schizo, manic, multi-depressive mess you calling yourself, whatever title you giving yourself, as far as your mental health challenges, nothing you can say to me, nothing will ever bring you back from that, is in my book, Kanye. Ever. Like, you are just, I'm sorry, I don't like to use the word dead to me, but Kanye, and you're messing up your purpose. You're messing up your purpose. God gifted you with so much purpose, Kanye, and you are using it for the wrong things. You're using it like, what did those babies do to you? What did those kids do to you for you to get up there and to put that out in the public, calling people's kids the R word, knowing good and well that woman and that man is dealing with some real issues that those kids probably have. Now, seeing this in real time from other family members with similar issues, I'm assuming, that is nothing to play with. It's hard enough when you are dealing with a child who has developmental disabilities, who have physical disabilities, who have learning disabilities. It is challenging, Kanye. So for you to say something like that and not even thinking about these kids' mental health, or thinking about who it's reaching, or thinking about, the person on the other end of that, Do you think that if this is something indeed that Beyonce and Jay-Z are dealing with, do you think they needed to be reminded of that? Do you really think that you needed to remind them of any type of challenges that they are having with their kids? Because I'm lost here. When did we start doing this? When did we start attacking people's kids? Y'all really be ready for the smoke. When you get to attacking people's kids, like my kids, I don't give a doggone how old they are. And yes, this lash is lifting up, y'all. I don't give a doggone how old my kids are. Don't play with minds. You know what I mean? Like kids should be off limits. When did we start doing that? When did kids become? And then how would you feel if someone went after your kids? Yours and Kim kids, Kanye. How would you feel if someone said something negative about North? How does that feel when someone says something negative about your child, Kanye? How do you handle that? I'm confused, y'all, because I did not think that kids were supposed to be a topic of discussion. And why? What would make you go there and say that? And if y'all do not, I'm not even going to bring up the tweet. You can do a search for it. But yeah, Kanye is out here. I don't even play him in my house. I don't want to hear him on the radio. If he's on the radio, I'm turning it off. No, you didn't cross way too many lines for me. Way too many lines. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that was enough for me. That was enough for me. Yeah. So moving on, I'm going through this. I'm going through this really, really quickly. So Clarissa and Remy Ma, y'all, there's so much rhetoric going on in the news about this. So right now they've been seen together. Clarissa and Papoose, they've been seen together vacationing in Hawaii. And it does seem like they may have a relationship that's deepening. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Remy, I don't know if they're painting this picture that you are hating on them. I don't know, because I know the clickbait can be real. And I know that they'll put a headline out there and then you go deep in the story and it's like, wait a minute. Remy didn't even say that, or Clarissa didn't even say that. I don't know what's going on. I just wish that you all are co-parenting, because there is a little girl involved. I hope that you are able to co-parent and to find happiness. I really do. I wish that for both of them. They were definitely Black love. They were something that many people were striving to be. But at the same time, we have to be honest that people grow apart, right? People do grow apart. And that may be the case, that they may have just grown apart. And maybe, Clarissa is more in line with what Papoose needs right now. I don't know, y'all. So reports are saying that Papoose publicly celebrated her 30th birthday. I didn't know she was that young, y'all. How old is Remy and Papoose? So Clarissa celebrated her 30th birthday with a heartfelt message solidifying their bond. And this is being reported by Hot 97 as well as Hot New Hip Hop, everybody. And he shared the message with her. Her birthday was March 17th. So Hot New Hip Hop is reporting that Papoose and Clarissa Shields' relationship appears to be doing better than ever, despite whatever critics may have to say about that. Earlier today, the rapper took to social media to show his new boo some love and honor for her birthday, which I think is dope, making it clear that he's head over heels for her. He said, special happy born day to my champion at Clarissa Shields, a great person who's always smiling and happy until you pee her off. Love you, baby. Remy, I don't know what's going on with you and Papoose. I don't, but I do wish you both happiness. I do feel that, even though the Black love may not have worked out for you, I think the loyalty is what I got out of that. And I did. And even now, if it wasn't for the media, we probably wouldn't even know what was going on. But, the media is going to jump on it. But other than that, I don't think we would even know what was going on with Papoose and Remy. I wish them luck. She seemingly is addressing the situation through her music, as she should, because it's an outlet for her. During a recent performance, she altered lyrics to emphasize her ability to attract or take another woman's man, and they're assuming that it is Clarice Shields' man. And I'm going to see if I can find it over here on TikTok. Select two objects that are the same. Yeah. I'm always in here. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen. Make sure, if you have not, that you subscribe to our YouTube channel on Green Links World Entertainment, or you can search for The Vet Green Show. There you will see this entire episode. I'm actually recording it right now. For those of you who are over there on TikTok, thank you so much for joining me today. Let me share my screen.
No second chance. No rewind. Just this moment. Right. It's easy to get lost in routines, staking, survival, living. Days blur into weeks.
Well,
years.
She said, if she wants them, if she wants your man, she can take your man. Maybe she can. Listen, y'all, love does not stop overnight. It takes a while to get out of that love space where you are no longer longing for that person, where your heart is no longer beating for that person. You have to keep in mind too that Remy and Papoose have history. That's not going to end overnight. Hey, Miss Parker, not to say that, Papoose is not, possibly in love with Clarissa, but I just want to say, keep in mind that when you are in a relationship like that, it does not just stop overnight, y'all. So I'm sure there's probably still feelings there as far as Papoose and Remy, but for whatever reason, they may have grown apart, and that's okay. It happens. It happens when you are adulting. It happens, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of this TikTok, and I'm going to go ahead and end this, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to put up another show very soon, but make sure you tune in on Saturday to the Morning Show podcast. There, we're going to sum up everything that went on this week. Again, we are just revamping things over here on Green Links World Entertainment. Just listen, y'all. I think we have gotten to a point where now it's really about what does it look like when it's coming across. And that's what we are working on right now. We got this podcasting thing down. We got this podcasting thing down. We just have to make sure it looks good so that we can push it out. So I love y'all long life. Make sure you have a wonderful, 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 wonderful wherever you are on purpose, because you can. Because you can.
This is a Green Links Media production. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and hit the bell to be reminded when we go live.